Okay, it's been 3 weeks now since you returned from your trial of fire and ice. 3 weeks since the troll was discovered far, far from the Ice Peak Mountains, and 3 weeks since everyone started to realise that winter was descending onto the realms of Nurenholm far earlier in the year than it normally happens. In that time, what's happened with the village is that the free folk have started to form groups, and they've been wandering out on in raiding parties into the wasteland to try and find out what's going on. Is this a natural phenomenon? Is something happening? You guys have been back at base. Sorry, you guys as in Alith and Gaten. You've been back at home. Alith, you've been locked away studying all the things that you learnt while you were on your 4-day trial.
Loving it.
Gaten, obviously, absolutely, the adulation of all of the villagers has been bestowed upon you yet again. You've been trying to downplay it. You know, you're just a humble farm boy, done good. But the villagers love you, and it's worse than it used to be. What's happened is, as the parties have started to leave, you've been getting more and more agitated. Why have you not been sent out? Alith, you've not had to worry about this too much. You've been too busy studying. And Freya obviously has returned to the noble's manor, and she's continued to perform her noble duties as daughter of Jarl, the village chieftain. And basically everything almost gone back to normal, apart from the fact that the village is a lot more empty than normal because of these parties going out into the wastelands. But so far they found nothing. Several of them have gone to the Ice Peak Mountains and come back and said that outside of it being colder than normal, nothing else seems different. It's as if it was just a freak of nature that the ice troll had descended, and the wolves have been seen nearer the village than they would ever normally be. Very brave, unusually brave. But the thing that you kept getting across to them, but what about the little ice demons that you came across? The little ice mephits. They were... Who's ever seen them before? You've retold your account of what's happened over and over again to the village elders, to the leaders, to the warriors and the hunters, and they've all gone out, but you've been told, stay put, rest up. You'll be called upon when the time comes. Alith, you've not been particularly in much of a rush.
No, I'm good.
Paige. So, hello. So you have just finished your trials in the Arctic Explorers, which is like a guild of hardened travellers that come from all the different villages, and they send some of their best hunters, their best explorers, go away to be trained in the ways of the White. So what you know of as the White or the White Waste is that it's a large amount of land that is far further north than all of the border towers. Now, in the last couple of adventures, these guys travelled up to the watchtowers of Nurenholm, which are a long line of watchtowers that guard the more temperate lands of the Nurenholm free folk from the wastelands of the north, where the snow tends to settle far more often. And in fact, in the far north, the snow's always there. It never ceases. And even in midsummer, the Ice Peak Mountains are naturally, as you would expect with the name, always covered in ice. So that's always the one point, no matter what time of year, even if it's boiling hot in Nurenholm and you're sitting there in your pyjamas and your bikinis, you can still look into the distance and you can see the white ice glistening off the Ice Peak Mountains. So it's always like a reassuring thing for you.
So basically Canada.
Sorry?
It's basically Canada.
It's a bit like Canada, yeah.
I was more thinking Japan with the permanent peak of, what is it called again? Oh, there's one peak that's always in snow.
I didn't know that. That's quite far south as well, Japan.
Yeah, it's that tall. Pretty cool.
Mount Coldalot. I don't know. But yeah, think more
but
like...
I will try and remember everything you've told me.
Don't worry about that. It'll come to you. All you have to remember for now is that you've been spending your life so far, ever since that incident when you've managed to find that family, and everyone had been out for a long time.
Is it like northern Sweden, like where Father Christmas is?
Yes, it's more like sort of it's more like Norway, Sweden, Finland, sort of top of the Nordics. So you have some beautiful mountainous regions, and during the summer you have lush forests. In fact, where the village is that you've been sent to is Norberg, is nestled in the heart of this massive and very famous woods called the Evergreen Woods. It's the Evergreen Woods is like a holy forest that basically stays green all year round. That's why it's called the Evergreen Forest. And Norberg is the one village that's basically nestled inside of that, and it's the centre for the worship of Jagamama. And Jagamama is the Fey spirit that protects all of Norenholm from the evils of the world. And the shamans of Norenholm all worship Jagamama. They all praise be to the Jagamama, even though there's all these stirrings that in the south and across the other lands of the world, the old god has fallen and these new gods have risen. That's all southern stuff. That's very, very far away from the life in Norenholm, where things haven't changed for 100 generations or more. You guys have lived in peace for a long time. Paige, as a hobbit, you as a halfling, can't say hobbit. I'm going to get sued.
No, copyrighted.
Copyright.
Yeah, I get sued.
as a halfling, you've always been not looked down on, because they're very, very caring towards.
Well, physically looked down on.
Yeah, the men folk of Norenholm are massive. They average about 6 foot, but the tall ones are like 6'6", 6'8". And they're a stocky breed, and they have to be, because the waste is so harsh. You know, the summers are short, the winters are long, and certainly now with the winter just descending far earlier. And in fact, as I mentioned in the chat earlier, Gaten, you've been walking down to the Lake of Eru, and so normally the adventure starts with the picture of Lake Eru with the evergreen woods and ice peaks in the background. But I started it with the woody scene for now, because this is what Evergreen's now looking like. Now, you would normally expect to see the Evergreen this white only in sort of the deepest of winter, and yet it's still autumn, and yet the snow is falling heavy, which for you, Paige, you're finding that quite enjoyable. It's lovely. It's like the way you find yourself most comfortable has come to you far earlier than you were expecting, and you see no problem with this. The challenges, obviously, for the villages are many, because they're having to move all of the herds are having to move to the winter pastures far too early, and you know that the farmers are very concerned that there's not going to be enough grazing ground in the winter pastures to last a very long winter. So at some point they're going to start running out of ground for the animals to chew on. The woodsmen aren't too worried, because the trees are obviously designed to take this, and the way that you forest the trees is very green. You're very good at keeping the forest alive, replanting trees as you're taking them down. So that's what's been happening in the last 3 weeks, really. It's kind of settled down. It's almost like that crazy adventure you had a few weeks ago is a distant memory now. Maybe that was the only time in your life you're ever going to have an adventure. Who knows? Paige, you've been sent. You got sent to meet Job. Job is the leader of the Arctic Explorers, and he says to you, Paige, my love, you must go to Norenholm, to the village of Norberg. You're needed there. We've sent several of the Arctic Explorers already, but they have need of more, and you're all we have left. But if you could go there, my sweet. He's quite condescending like this, old Job.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can go there, my sweet, to help them, make sure you do the Arctic Explorers proud, because they look up to us as masters of the northern wastes. You must show your skill, and you must keep the honour of the Arctic Explorers. Arctic Explorers forever. He holds his hand up and looks away wistfully, inspired. He waits for you to respond.
I'll go, but I won't be no sweet, that's for sure.
Go, my sweet. Norberg, be off with you. He waits for you to go.
She goes.
Sucks on his tea. It's steaming in the cold. Okay, you've basically you've made your way to Norberg over the last few days. You got to the village. It's a beautiful village. There's no walls or anything. It's very open. There's never been any real territorial warfare here. This is a peaceful land. It nestled on the lake of Eru. It's got fishing. It's got woods. It's got farming. It's basically an incredibly culturally rich as well as financially rich village. Even though in Norenholm people don't tend to use money much. It's all about trading goods for goods, services for services, services for goods, that sort of thing. You're introduced to Jarl, who hands you over quite quickly to a man named Katil. There's a few other people that you meet, but the names just start flying around in your head. I'll save you trying to remember them because you'll forget them.
Thank you. Yeah.
But you cling on to the name Jarl because it kind of means leader anyway as a name. And in fact, every leader in this village is called Jarl as a name as well as an honorific. But Katil is a strange, enigmatic character. He kind of smells of poultices and herbs and chemicals all the time. And he dresses slightly strangely in that he wears sort of long robes with many pockets, and he always jangles a little bit with jars of potions not far away. You two know Katil, and you get summoned, Gaten. And Alith, you know Katil very well because you spend a lot of time studying with him. So Gaten, you've been out in the woods. You've been basically working with the farmers. He's a very humble man. What a great man Gaten is. Even though you came back, as a hero after defeating the ice troll, something that even the greatest of warriors might never have done. You've been straight back out, toiling the fields, working in the forests. You're not a man to stand on any sort of laurels. You're not a man to stand on your name alone. You're out there providing food, sustenance for the village. Alith, you've just disappeared back into your research. You've kept your direwolf mane, which occasionally you put on when you're taking part in some of your
makes me feel powerful
ceremonies. Let's call them that. And both of you are summoned to Katil, which for you isn't too far. Gaten, you've got to go right the way across from the farmlands to the east. It takes you a few hours to get there, but around about just before tea, the feast is being laid out in the main hall, and the three of you are brought together in Katil's hut. This isn't where he does his research. This is basically just like a small meeting area where he entertains guests. His laboratory is elsewhere in the village and basically banned for anybody but him, Alith, and a couple of other little studious acolytes that work with Katil. Ah, come in, Alith, Gaten, please come in. You're welcomed in, and sitting in the corner is this curly-haired halfling lady. She's wearing big, thick explorer coat with huge frills. Basically, this big fluffy coat. All of the Arctic Explorers page have these very efficient hide outfits, and they're all like uniform, basically. So sort of slightly brown or beige. I mean, you can design the uniform if you wish to suit your needs.
Sounds good.
But basically, it's very neat. It's got a little badge on it. It says Arctic Explorers.
Badge.
Little badge. You have a badge. It's very important to you, that badge. You had to earn that badge.
I did.
Yes. Hi. So this he turns to. This is Paige. Paige, this is Gaten and Alith. Paige, make history checks, you two. Sorry. Alith and Gaten, make history checks.
Exclamation mark C now, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can just do that for check. Yeah, cast you have to type the whole word, but for check you can just go exclamation mark C space history. Okay.
You don't know much.
No, you've not heard of her. Which is normally Paige. Someone goes, you're the lady that saved that family when they were lost, these guys are like, hey. So,
know what the Arctic explorers are, though, wouldn't we?
Yes, you've heard of the Arctic explorers. They're basically experts in the Arctic wastes. So these guys, if you want to travel beyond just a day's travel into the wasteland, no one ever does that without having an Arctic explorer with them, because they're the experts. And usually they're only called upon when you need to do some sort of raiding party. Sometimes some of the northern tribes start making their way down and causing a bit of hassle. And when the villages start sending raiding parties back, they tend to have at least one Arctic explorer with them to help them find the way. Otherwise, you can get lost so easily. As you remember, when the white descends, when that snow gets so thick that you just can't see anything but white, which is what happened to you when you could hear that troll having that fight with Heidi, but you just couldn't find her, even though she was only like a few yards from you. That's when you have an Arctic explorer, because an Arctic explorer never gets lost. An Arctic explorer is always there for the villagers. An Arctic explorer is always your friend. Good little uniform Arctic explorer badge.
I need a badge.
You need a badge. Yeah, no, kind of frilly coat. Almost like a Han Solo coat from Hoth. That's what you're on. And the hood goes up and you're like, keep yourself all nice and warm. So, you're probably wondering why we haven't sent you out to the north to try and investigate what's happening at Ice Peak. Well, I can tell you that so far, all of our parties have discovered absolutely nothing. They found that there's been no trace of any activity. The northern tribes. So just a quick aside. The wastelands to the north of you are vast and go on for tens, if not hundreds of miles. No one ever travels more than a few days north, not even the most wild explorers. And you know that the further north you go, the more of these like wild tribes of usually sort of orcs, and there are other tribes that slightly mythical, that are like the giant Norenholm folk. So basically they're like you, but they're huge, like 8-9 foot. But you don't really know whether that's just old folks' tales. Paige, you know this is quite true. To you, they're all massive because you're 3 foot tall, and they're much taller. But then far to the north, like so far north that no one's ever gone there that you're aware of, but everyone's heard of it, is the Ice Nation. Now, the Ice Nation is just basically stories. There's maps with it on, really old maps, and historians and wise men all 100% are clear on the matter that the Ice Nation is there, and they quite enjoy the fact that this frozen wasteland is between the Iceland, the Ice Nation, and the folk of Norenholm. And then of course it's just as far south, was the Empire of Hellsmouth, which was this continent-spanning evil empire run by this emperor god who survived through human sacrifice. And in amongst all of this horrific things happening, there was Norenholm, remaining unchanged, living their best life, with beautiful summers, harsh winters, but there's always plenty of food, and it's always good company, and everyone feels pretty lucky to be part of the world that you live in. And so when they started to see this winter start to descend early, many fears were starting to come forward. You were surprised almost, really, because it's just a bit of unseasonal weather, why they would care. But for some reason, the wise men of the village, and none of you know why, but they all seem very nervous about this idea of a coming winter early in autumn. So that's the backstory. Alith, one thing you do know that is of relevance is that you haven't seen your other tutor, Handel, for several days now. And that's unusual because he doesn't normally leave the village. But something is afoot. So, you've called to Kettle. That's all the things that you know so far. Okay. So, Freya will be joining you. at some point. This is Kettle speaking, because we feel like you three, you Freya, you Gaten, and you Alith, performed exceptionally well together. Paige has joined us, and she's keen to get on her first travel to the north with you into the wasteland. However, a far more pressing situation has emerged, and the situation is delicate. It's really delicate, and requires people who have skills that maybe we don't talk around the campfire too often with the other villagers. Now, we obviously know that Alith, we don't talk about this with the villagers, but you are a great sorcerer, a wielder of mighty magics. He's not.
Exactly.
He's not.
Fully powered by my own powers. No one has helped me in my quest.
Well, he says that, but he's a bit of a wet weekend, really, says a little voice.
Who dares speak of me in that manner?
Oh, nothing, sorry. You see a raven just flutter away from the window.
Oh, you piece of shit.
So, there's a pressing more matter nearer to home, and it's delicate, but it requires skills that most of our villagers don't have. It's not something Joel would send Bjorn or Godrund Swordborn or any of those brave heroes, mighty as they are. They headstrong, mighty with the axe, but not particularly subtle. So Hamdul went into the woods about 5 days ago to speak with Yagamama. Now, not many people know this, but Hamdul in the past has been known to converse with the Great Spirit Yagamama. May she protect us all. And there is a part of the woods sacred, and you know this, Gaten, and so do you, Alith, because you've tried to find a reason to go there before. Paige, you have no idea what they're talking about. You've never really been in the woods. It's too warm for you normally. I mean, at the moment it looks quite nice.
It's too warm for me to wear this fur right now. I'm trying to get into character, but this was ill-advised.
You had to put like a fan on you.
Should have done.
Here, let me put a bit of wind howl outside. There we go, just to make you feel a bit colder psychologically. Do you hear that? Can you hear the wind?
That's better.
Yeah. Ooh, it's cold. Hamdul's gone missing these 5 days. We know not what has happened. Yes, he went to converse with Yagamama, may she protect us all, but he has not returned. And more worryingly, the Holy Land, deep in the woods, has started to see its first drops of ice. So you might not know this, for it is sacred knowledge, but I must tell it to you now, for I have no one else that I can send on this delicate situation. But the Holy Woods, which is basically deep in the heart of the Evergreen Woods. Gaten, you know of it as basically a place that you're not allowed to pass. There's loads of totems all around this part of the woods, and it's completely sealed off. And it's this place is sacred, only for Yagamama and her folk, her fae folk, that the fair folk that protect us all. Bless them. And that always remains untouched, even in the deepest of winters. The snow never touches the trees of that holy place. However, this winter, while it's still in autumn, has started to see the ice forming on the trees of the sacred place. He looks shocked. I know, you're probably stunned and lost for words. I was when I found out. You were like, yeah, well, so. But it's serious. Hamdul went there on his own, because only he is allowed to speak to the Yagamama. 5 days ago, he hasn't returned. We've sent scouts out, but none of the scouts will enter the sacred place, because we've trained them all their lives to never enter it. So we need people that don't mind entering this sacred place. Paige, you're really, really uneasy about this, because you know that it's the Fey folk that stole that family away, and you can't trust them. They're scum.
Nope.
You're not really sure.
Don't trust them.
You're not sure what this Yagamama thing is about, because you're not really one of the Norenholm folk. You've lived here all your life, but you're not really part of that culture. You've always been like a subculture away from the main. So for you, it just sounds like utter superstitious nonsense. But supposedly there is truth to the idea that the Yagamama protects the lands. If Hamdall's gone missing, something's happened. You must go and find him. They must bring him back.
'Tis troubling indeed.
Aye, it is. We have all of your equipment that you requested before is all ready for you, and I can offer you nothing apart from the knowledge of where the sacred place is. But Gaten, I'm sure you're already more than aware of where the borders lie.
The way to the borders. I've never crossed them.
Well, you wouldn't do, because you're a good citizen of the village. But for this time, you are given permission to cross the border into the sacred woods and find Hamdall and discover what's happened to him. Please, I beseech you.
Okay, well, best we get going. Goodbye.
I want to know.
Yes, you can see why we handed this to you. You know how subtle you are, and you know we've kept your secret from the rest of the villagers. After
I closed the door behind me.
We pops her bottle and just troubling times. Okay, the three of you leave. Have you any questions? Alif's left. And at the moment, Alif's left and he's swiping at this raven outside. What? I didn't say I wasn't going to speak to any of them. They didn't know it was me, Alif.
I dominate him.
He flies off. Okay, any of you two have any questions for Ket? You can hear this.
No, he sits on my shoulder.
He comes back.
So,
do not forget your place.
As we have not stepped into this sacred ground, is there any landmarks or anything he would have gone to that we would be able to find, or is it simply we're on our own once we're across the border?
I can explain to you where to get to the main entrance that he would use, and there is a safe path from there. He describes it to you. It's 4 hours north of the sundered tree, white of the ashen oak, and down for 3 more hours till you reach the entrance that takes you deep into the holy woodland. You know exactly what he's talking about. You've worked, as we discussed in the last couple of episodes, you've worked in the woods all your life. Well, ever since you freed the farmers from the wolves. Paige, you're not particularly familiar with this woods. It's really the wastelands that you're an expert at. And already you're sort of questioning, well, why am I here if it's to go and see some disgusting, filthy fae? Basically, you're the only one that hasn't been assigned to a team. So all of the Arctic explorers have been sent down to the nearing villages. This village, and there's another village off to the right. And both the villages have basically been very, very busy sending people off. So you're only hoping that at some point you're going to be sent further north. Well, this quest seems strange to your skills.
So you expect me to go talk to a fae and find out why it's icy at winter?
No, you must find Hamdall. Though if you do find Yagamama, beseech her to answer us our question. We have always been loyal followers. Why has the ice touched the Forbidden Woods?
Right. So, if we're going to this holy land, aren't we going to get in trouble if we're not holy?
You'll be fine.
Yeah? Don't need to take any waters or things to sprinkle or magic words?
No, you just need to enter. Make perception rolls.
Right. Sorry?
Make perception rolls, you two, you and Gaten. Alif's already gone outside having a conversation with the Raven.
I'm collecting my gear and my hat.
What's is it exclamation mark perception?
exclamation mark C for check,
And then
space perception.
Sorry, I take my master spell.
natural
Whoop,
20.
whoop.
No.
Okay,
Into
I'm
his
not
very
receptive.
soul.
Paige, you're like, hey, since we tell the truth, let's rock. Gaten, you're a bit uncertain as to what's going on here. I mean, you're not really, you've known Kettle for a long time. There's something not quite right with what he's saying. But Alepht's already gone off and got himself ready to go. He seems keen. Paige is just smiling away like this, as halflings
Kind of-
tend to do.
Sort of narrow my eyes a little bit. So what is it you're afraid of?
I'm not afraid.
Us find- Well,
not afraid.
there's more to this.
What? Look, Gaten, listen. There's never supposed to be any ice in the Forbidden Woods. There's never, in all of the history of our peoples, the ice has never touched the Forbidden Woods, okay? I don't know what's going on, but so, Handel was a bit shook up, alright? But just, it's going to be fine, absolutely fine. If you just get down there, I've told you where to go.
I walk back in with all my gear. Are you guys still bickering? Let's go already.
Yeah, Aleph walks in. He's got a massive direwolf. So, Paige, just for your... He's now wearing a huge direwolf head and fur. I mean, it is definitely a direwolf. Just draped down. It doesn't go all the way down. The pelt's gone. He hasn't got the pelt. He's just got this mane of direwolf. It looks pretty impressive.
Is it bloody or stuffed? Are we talking fresh or?
It's been treated. Aleph,
Okay.
you would have treated it to stop the stench because
It's
you are.
my treasure.
Yeah.
He did wear it when it was fresh.
And he's now got a little raven on his shoulder.
So I guess you're not afraid because you're not worried about anything like wolves, and you seem to be friends with some raven there. So
Yes, this is my friend Stolas.
No,
right, so
that's
you
not
can
my
animals
name.
then.
My name's Jimmy.
It is your name, it's Stolas.
He calls me Stayless. My name's Ginny. Hi. This is the Raven speaking. All right.
Is the raven speaking
Yes.
actually to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Why is your raven speaking?
Hi.
I put a spell on him. 'Cause
To speak.
No, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he put a spell on me. Oh, ooh, he's really
He doesn't know
powerful.
what he's doing.
He's
very tough.
a terrifying sorcerer. You should watch out. His spells can hurt you.
Okay.
can
I'll
help
push
you
you
do
forward
so.
if there's any animals on the way, yeah? You can handle that.
Good boy.
Oh,
Right,
boy,
that's
am
good.
I? Oh, okay. Wah! Is that how it goes? Wah!
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Wah! He
Let's
doesn't.
go.
He doesn't smile, but his beak kind of contorts in a way that doesn't look natural. Okay.
Can I make a perception check on it?
Yeah, yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Excuse me, this is meant to be a very
wrong
good
one.
cover. Shouldn't be any hints. Stolas is a master.
Yeah. You are a person of of nature. You are very familiar with creatures. This isn't acting like a raven. It looks like a raven. It's not acting like a raven. And ravens don't talk. Big hint. They don't normally talk. You've never heard of a raven talking.
There's a
Right.
spell.
Okay. You step back outside, all dressed to go. Gaten, you're still in like a little tunic. You're ready to go. Paige, you're always ready to go. An Arctic explorer is always prepared.
Absolutely.
Yes, Gaten, you're going to get all of your gear together. This is Kettle. You need to go now. The others are ready. Come on.
Oh yeah, I'll quickly get it ready. It's fine. We'll see this done.
Okay, he runs down to his hovel where him and his mother live. You see him go down to it. He has no shame. It's a little mud hut. He's a freeman now, but his mother is still a commoner, farmer. But he doesn't choose to go and live with all of the posh free folk. He still lives with his common folk. Something that they love. He's such a hero to them. He really is. Gaten, what a man. You get all of you get your hide together. No armor.
Just like something to keep me warm, I guess.
a light fur. He's got a little bit of chest exposed, a little bit of curly hair. He's massive as well, and he looks insanely gorgeous. He is.
Are we talking like Gaston from Beauty and the Beast then?
A little bit, but not arrogant.
Okay.
Completely.
No, that would be me.
Yeah, he's.
Oh right. Okay, now I've got
I
it.
am Gaston.
Yeah, he's.
So are we talking more like what's his face from The Witcher, Henry Cavill?
A little bit, yeah. Doesn't go quite as much.
Fuck.
Are you ready, Gaten?
I'm ready. I'm going to have my great axe on my back, but I'm going to have my shield and it's battle axe or whatever the other axe is. I've got battle axe.
Gaten spends a couple of minutes just looking at all of his axes, just kind of like.
I've got 4 axes. I've got my hand axes on my side.
I mean, you have only got 2 hands.
Yeah, no, I've got 2 hand axes tucked in either side that I can use to throw, should I need to.
That's a lot of axes! You're chopping down a lot of trees! I'll go ahead, Aleph! Whee! The raven just flies off. Right, the 3 of you start heading into the woods. As you can see from the feed, the trees are heavy with snow. This time of the year they would normally be autumn leaves falling, but the strange thing is that the autumn leaves on the trees that aren't evergreen are still on the trees, but they're covered in snow, which is quite unusual. You pick your path. If it wasn't for the fact, A, you can't get lost ever, Paige, and secondly that Gaten knows this was inside out, Aleph just walks nobly with his head held high, with his direwolf hat on. You notice when Aleph walks, he tends to walk with like a bit of a stride, like he's some sort of high nobleman, whereas Gaten's just like walking along with one axe on his arm. Right. A few of the villagers are like, "Hi, Gaten." Another one. "Hi, Gaten." He just makes his way. He seems very popular, bless him. You make your way out into the woods. You pass the point where you got lost last time, Gaten. You tried to forget about that little embarrassing moment, and make a survival check, everyone. One survival check, just to see whether you're completely geared up. All of your explorer packs come with like enough rations for about.
Do we get advantage because we've only just come out of the hovel?
Ooh.
Oh God. I'm lost again.
Oh God.
Okay. Yeah, they start heading off around the river. You start heading off back towards the tower. Paige just looks at you funny. Pretty sure the woods is that way.
Oi! Come back!
Yeah. Right.
Gaten, you've done it again.
We were testing you.
Yeah, well, yeah, I definitely know it's the right way.
They turn around. They're going to start calling this point Gaten's Folly, because every time he leaves the village, he gets a little lost. Even though he knows the area beautifully, it just seems to be this point, this magical point, that just disrupts his mind and sends him into some strange place. So you head deep into the woods. It's not particularly hard. You get to, after a few hours of travel, you pass the sundered tree, you pass the white ash, and you find yourself at a line of trees. Now, you can see where the line of trees suddenly changes. All the trees where you are now are heavy and thick with ice, as I've said, like on the feed. However, as soon as you get to this border, there's posts with these YM logos just hanging from every few trees around it. And there's some tassels, there's some dream catchers, basically a whole paraphernalia where over the generations, villagers make sort of trips to this wood, and they don't enter it, but they always leave little keepsakes. And as those keepsakes are built up over the years, over the generations, it just basically creates this sort of ring of detritus around this huge part of the woods. And then when you go beyond that barrier, you can see that the ground is still quite green and doesn't look anything like. There's no sludge ground into the ground where you are, no inches of snow. It's quite graceful and beautiful. However, there is sort of ice forming on the leaves, and you can see that some snow is slowly filtering down into this woods. It's ethereal. It's beautiful. You stand there at the border, almost unwilling to enter. Who goes first? Aleth, okay. Aleth, you just stride in. Hold on. I'd switched over to put that howl on, hadn't I? Ignore that. As you enter, the wind dies down. And you get a sense of serene calm start to sort of pervade your mind. The raven stays back.
Huh.
Back where?
Like in the woods. In the foresty woods. Where the snow falls. Okay, Gaten, Paige. The barrier stands before you. You see, Aleth seems fine. If anything, there's more colour in his cheeks.
Come along, Jordan.
Turns to the crow. So, why ain't you going in there?
Don't wanna. It's horrible. Smells funny.
I'll hold your hand.
I don't have a hand. At the moment.
I'll hold your wing.
Well, I won't be able to fly, you silly woman.
You silly woman, silly crow. There's nothing wrong with that.
I bring the crow back towards me.
He flies through the barrier. Oh, it stinks in here. Gets on your shoulder.
Oh, you Stolas.
Tucks his wings in. Looks a bit fed up. If a raven could look fed up. Gaten, do you step?
I'll step across slowly and tentatively and sort of like hover my foot over the threshold and then jump.
Well, everything in your soul says don't cross the line. For all of your 17 wise years that you have on your shoulders, you've always been told, don't enter the Forbidden Woods. And it's in your DNA. And you are
a fight with myself, just hovering my foot over, and then all of a sudden I'll take the leap, and all of me's over the line.
Okay, and the same for you and Paige as it was for Aleth. The wind dies as soon as
I'm not coming in yet.
Oh, sorry. Okay, he steps in. You stand back out there in the cold. Imagine in your head. Because I've turned the sound effect.
I'm gonna get a stone.
Okay.
And I'm gonna chuck a stone in.
The stone.
Does anything
arcs in the air in a pure parabolic fashion and lands in a little plump in the grass.
Okay. She goes in really carefully. Okay. Like on tiptoes, like... Oh.
Okay. You have to push some of the brush out of the way because you're only knee-high to some of the grass and the plants. But you like that. But it's just... It suddenly becomes a lot warmer. And you're like, ooh. Oh, hello. Lost my feet there for a second. It's definitely more. It's still cold, but you're not talking Arctic conditions here, which it's not your happy place. It's not your happy place.
No.
Okay, you can see there's a path with like bark laid out and flowers that bloom either side. Obviously, sort of, they're like you can see they're bulb flowers. You wouldn't normally expect to see them this time of year, but they are illuminating the ground with gorgeous hues of greens and yellows and reds, and it just goes in a line like that down this path. It's ethereal here. Aleth, you're at the front. These guys have been faffing around for a bit. You can see that the raven, you can feel the ravens kind of gripping really tightly onto your shoulder. Don't like it, boss. Don't like it.
What's the problem, Stolas?
It stinks of elf and fae and, you know. Oh yeah, sorry, I should say anything about elf, should I? Sorry.
Just be quiet. Stop giving yourself away. You're meant to be hidden.
Yeah,
I'd be a crow.
I look like a raven. That's what you asked me to do.
Ravens don't talk shit to people. Stolas, be quiet.
Well, you know. Yeah, our master. You know, he's... Yeah. The raven,
don't worry, I'm sure we can rip something apart.
The raven gives you a little... Okay, so you head the way, Aleth. You travel for quite a way. As you do, it gets warmer, but it's still that pervading snow just drifting down.
Well, if I'm in front of everyone, then I'm just gonna sit down and get Stolas to scout the area.
Okay.
And I'll look through his eyes.
Jimmy. Jimmy, my name's Jimmy.
Your name is Stolas.
All right, Stolas. Jimmy flies off. He disappears from view. The other two, you come up on Aleph. He's now sort of sitting down on the ground with the usual smug face.
No, I'm eyes rolled back. I'm looking. I just told you, I'm looking through the raven.
Oh, you're gonna. Oh, okay.
I have the
thing.
Invocation.
Okay. Yes. The woods is too thick here for the raven to fly through. You go above, and you can see that as you fly above, you can see there's like a circle that's brighter and more lush and green, with only a feathering of snow on it, in this sort of circle, maybe 500 meters across in diameter, and you're about a third of the way in it at the moment. But when the raven tries to get in to the woods, he can't. It's too thick a canopy. All we can do is circle round and come back down to you.
Gaten doesn't have a clue what is happening, so he's going to start clicking his fingers. Aleph, what's wrong? And like slap him around the face a couple of times to see if he comes round.
Oh, yeah,
I'm going to nudge you and just say, does he do this often?
He's
What's
weird,
happening?
but
I can still communicate and like see through my own eyes.
Oh, sorry,
So,
what?
Yes, I am fine. Thank you, Gason.
Yeah, he's a bit weird. It's a bit weird.
Another one of them rock things.
Yes, rocks. We were looking for rocks, actually.
He's got a thing with rocks.
He gets out a little flask and a cup, and he just starts sipping some drink.
The shit I have to put up with.
Yeah, the scene around you is warmer, but you feel the pressing need to move forward. In fact, you should both really make survival checks to see whether you can see the footprints of Handel. Okay, Paige, you're going to get advantage with this.
Got 20. Unnatural.
Yeah.
17.
Okay. Aleph rolls at natural 18. Paige, did you do it with advantage?
By the looks of it, it says +4, so...
That's just
No, with advantage, you roll it twice.
Oh, okay. So I'll just do it again, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, advantage, you rolled it twice and you get to take the higher of the two.
I always forget that.
It's a 50.
Oh, well.
Right, 18. You see the tracks quite easily, Paige, but Aleph's already like, yeah, they're over there. You can see them quite clearly, Aleph. In fact, all three of you can quite clearly see the tracks where the snow is, because you saw the tracks going in here, and you can also see where the ground has been pushed down because it's quite cold. The grass here is quite brittle. So where the footfall is, it's basically not just rising up, whereas naturally it would start to rise up a bit. But at the moment, the path is clear. You can see the tracks clear. All three of you leading further into the woods.
Can I see what type of tracks they are?
A man walking with a stick.
Right. Was that did the guy who sent us on this mission have a stick?
Yes.
So it'll be...
Okay.
Yeah, Handel did. He's old. He's ancient. Oh, man! He was the goal. Remember the guy?
Yeah. I didn't know if he had a stick or not, though.
I'm Handel, and you're on your quest for fire and ice. It's that guy.
That guy.
That guy. You weren't in the adventure then, but for these two, he was the guy that it's fire like this, and then you kept saying
He's my mentor.
he's one of your mentors. Yeah. Do you carry on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
we do.
I bring Stolas back to my side.
Right. Okay. Yep. He flies back your side. I don't like it here, but I'll do as I'm told. Okay. As you go further in, you get a real sense of unnaturalness about the place. The trees start to change from the usual conifers and evergreens that you're aware of to slightly more exotic trees that shouldn't really survive in such harsh northern climates. Around you, you start to see sort of lights playing off of the walls little motes of energy that seem to dance around like this. You keep walking. It gets quite warm. You start to sort of unfasten some of the buttons on your jackets as the sort of warmth of the place starts to pervade you. Suddenly, an image rises up from the ground, but doesn't just rise from the ground. It forms from the very essence of the area around it. Little green lights come together and swirl and coalesce, and then the shape of this beautiful woman appears before you. Greetings, my children. I am the Yagamama. How can I help you? Right, everyone make perception rolls.
Yeah.
I whisper to Stolas, go hide.
Okay, bye. I'm fucking off. The raven just disappears back down the other direction.
Not too far, Stolas. Not too far.
16.
We are rolling well.
I also got 16.
Yeah. Okay. So all three of you notice that Handel's footprints go off for quite a long way still, deeper into the woods. So wherever he travelled, he went past this point. Hello, my children. Why are you here? This is sacred land.
We're on the quest to find one of our friends. As I say that, I telepathically tell Stolas to follow the tracks and make it so that he can't be seen.
The apparition, the image, the visage of Yagamama before you completely ignores the raven.
No, the raven. That was my point. Don't be seen, invisible.
Yeah, he does. He goes off. Yagamama doesn't notice the raven.
Good. Just so you know, he's invisible.
Yeah, well, a lot of you've heard stories that potentially Fae folk are able to see through such guile, such invisibilities.
Well, I wouldn't.
You may all ask me one question, then you must leave.
Where is our friend? Where is Heimdall?
Heimdall? Oh yeah, Heimdall, yeah. Oh, he's helping me out with some things with the woods.
Show us to him, please. Thank you, Yagamama.
Sorry?
Well, we are here to find him.
Well, I cannot help you. He is busy. He doesn't want to be found. What about you, my son? What question do you have for Yagamama? You're in awe. This is the Yagamama. This is the Yagamama that you guys worship and have worshipped all your life. No one ever sees the Yagamama. This is incredible.
Yeah, I'm going to be a bit... I don't really know.
Can I insight check on it?
You can, yes. Paige, you instantly hate this thing. It's horrible.
Yeah.
What about you, my beautiful child?
Oh. Can I just do a quick insight check, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
I got 16.
Ugh.
Okay, you're not feeling anything unusual, but you're not really sure what a goddess of the land that protects the whole of Norrenholm should be like. Do you have any questions? Then you must leave.
Will you stop us from going past and onwards?
Of course, my child. I would not wish you to travel any further. These are sacred lands. You would not wish to disrespect your mother. For I am the Yagamama, and I protect you all with my love.
Yes, well, not all of us are followers of Yagamama. So...
What?
I want to know what you're protecting us from.
So, if you please... just leave us to our quest, and we will be out of your hair before you know it.
Yeah, we don't need no protecting. We'll keep going.
No, you mustn't go any further.
Why not?
This is forbidden land, sacred. I've offered you a question. Have a question, then please leave.
We got anything back from Stolas yet?
You're not seeing through Stolas' eyes, are you?
I can do it whenever I want to. Yeah, I am.
Okay. He's basically dangling from a giant spider web, and he's completely encased in some sort of spider. He's going, fuck, fuck,
Stolas.
fuck, fuck. Do I stay as a raven? What do I do?
Stolas, sort yourself out.
There's something really big near here, boss. There's something really big. I'm getting really fucking freaked out. You gonna come and get me or what?
Yeah, I am coming. I'm sorry, Yagamama, but you have seemed to one of your creatures in this wood has caught my raven.
Your raven? All the creatures of the woods are my children. He'll be fine.
Right.
He's fine.
He's not fine.
He is. He's flying through the woods now, enjoying the beauty of our forbidden woods. Now, please, children, please, my children, leave.
Whilst they're talking, can I sneak past her?
Make a stealth check.
I was just going to walk past her.
Continue on that way. Can we get out?
She kind of backs up a bit. Please, my children, I am the Yagamama. I do not wish for you to travel any further.
I'm just going to keep walking past her.
I got 19.
Okay, yeah, you disappear off just to the side of her. The Yagamama just turns and goes, oh, that didn't fucking work, did it? Well, I told you it wasn't going to work! And suddenly the woman just disappears, and these two little fairy-like creatures just appear in the air. Tiny little things, maybe a few inches high, fluttering around. Quick, we better get out of here! Quick, they've recovered!
Oh, can I catch one?
Rise!
Will I need an athletics check to catch one?
You need to make an opposed dex check.
You'd have to grapple them with.
Ah! Wait, what? Dexterity?
He's gone from being in awe to just being like, what is going on?
Yeah, I'm continuing straight down to Stolas. I ignore the fairies and I ignore anything like that. I literally just keep walking towards Stolas.
Okay, you start to. We've moved to a battle grid. You can see the fairies flying off. She's just kind of fluttering away. Tiny little thing that she is.
Fucking hell, just a large creature, supposedly.
Well, that was just for the picture. Yeah, you could, Paige. You were just trying to sneak around. As the Yagamama visage disappears, you suddenly see before you that as this fey creature starts to fly off, and you try to catch up with it. You run, Paige, to try and catch up with it. However, as you start running forward, and we go into initiative round, you notice that in front of you, the vines that were just lying on the ground start to rise up and form into this creature. Oh, I'm summoned. And then you notice some of the bushes as well, all three of you, just start to come to life. And as they do, they kind of unfurl. And you see these creatures of the woodland appearing around you.
Wait, are they actually just bushes? As in, like, they can't move?
No. They are basically creatures made of vine and twig and root and thorn. Summoned by the ground.
This magic?
Yeah.
I don't know. My crow is in trouble. Can you deal with this?
Okay, initiative round. I'm going to initiate initiative.
Oh, yes.
20.
Oh.
God
What do I
damn.
type?
I exclamation mark I space join.
What was it?
Join space join.
Oh.
No, you got to put I after the exclamation mark.
Oh. Is it all one word?
It has to be lowercase.
Lowercase.
It's very specific.
My God, that's annoying. Yes, I did it eventually.
It's even worse if you have to try and do it on your phone on Discord because it auto capitalizes whenever you get the I and push space.
I am glad I'm doing it on my laptop.
Yeah, I am now as well.
7, 8. Okay, so we have. Oh dear. Oh, well, there we go. Fae folk on 12. Go Fae folk. Okay, everything starts to happen at once. The creatures start rising out of these thorns and bushes, and they start lunging towards you. You try to continue. What was your dex roll before, by the way, Paige?
Oh, I didn't know what to type.
Alright, it doesn't matter. Basically, you go to reach out, but as you do, this, as I said to you, the vines just start rising in front of you as this little fairy flaps away. Oh, bugger!
That my AC is 10.
Sorry?
My AC is 11, not 10.
How dare they?
Oh.
It doesn't matter, because we don't use that for actual combat. That's just what it picks up. Okay, Alith. You see all around you. You see the combatants. In front of you, you can make out... there's two of these... Oh, hello.
How far away is Stolos?
I've not unhidden one of these vine creatures. Two of these vine creatures have appeared. You can see now on the ground the vines that were coming out. It's quite obvious now that they were lying across the ground in wait. You're not quite next to them, so Alith and Gaten, you're standing right next to one of these vine creatures that have just appeared, and another one is just in front of you, between you and the fairy. So Paige, you can possibly try to go after the fairy, if you wish. Though the fairy is trying to run away. These vine folk, and then a little bit further on from the vine folk, you can see this hideous bush creature. Oh, and there's one more that just emerges as well behind you, Paige. Literally, these things are emerging from the undergrowth around you as you're like, what? Clearly, that wasn't
probably go after them.
Yagamama. Okay, Alith, 'tis your go, sire.
How far away is Stolos?
Well beyond the realms of this, maybe 100 feet away, 150 feet.
150 or 100? Because I can make 100 in like one turn.
You don't know. You don't think you're going to make it in one turn, though.
Well, I can move 60, and then, you know.
So you're going to leave. You're going to leave all of these creatures to fight just these two.
Oh, fine.
I mean, they might get slaughtered without your mighty power.
5, 6. It's not great. Is there 4 of these creatures?
Yes. There's two of thorn and 2 of vine.
Right. Well, which one's of the vine? The one next to me.
The one next. So one on your left is a vine creature. The one over to the right is is more of needle and thorn.
Right. I'm gonna attack the one next to me then. I will be casting Scorching Ray for the first time ever.
Damn. Hitting out with the big guns. Cast that spell. You see Alith summon great eldritch powers, Paige. You've never seen such flourishing of power before. It's very elaborate.
Hit 15. That's not very much damage. I did more than that.
That hits.
I'm hoping, because they're wood, so they take double fire damage.
They are not. No, they are not susceptible to fire damage.
That's surprising for plants.
Well, not completely. They're very wet, you see. Very wet. They extinguish the flames.
With Scorching Ray, don't you make 3 of them?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I cast it and that's... Oh, wait, we did it in the other campaign, didn't we? And Scorching Ray doesn't do it right.
Yeah, same as Magic Missile. We need to work it. I was going to look into that and then never got around to it.
2d20. I thought I was a bit low damage for a Scorching Ray.
Yeah, it does 3 rays, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they both hit.
Yep. But how'd you know that? They do.
Oh, 'cause the other hit.
3 rays just form from your hands and burn into these things. The spell basically just absolutely.
Add 21 damage to that, so that's 29 damage to it.
The creature just suddenly he gets up with his vines everywhere, and he can see he's about to lash his vines out at you, and the beams of incoherent light just basically pierce through his flesh, instantly vaporizing the vines. And as he tries to get back at you and claw, the vines just completely unwind, and he cries out, and the vines just fade away, collapse to the ground.
I don't have time for this. Stolas isn't.
Yeah, you just basically vaporize him. There's just a little pile of steam left where that vine creature once stood. Are you moving at all, or is that for your turn?
I'm going to move 20 feet towards Stolas.
Okay. In that direction. Gaten. You unsheathed the weapon that you had ready for this moment. Hacking wood and twig? That's what you were made for. You almost feel like singing a good old hacky woodland song.
Going to... Yeah, I will. I'm going to run up to the one at the bottom left. No, sorry, bottom right.
Yep.
And try and...
You can do a charge attack with advantage.
Yeah, I'm just debating whether I rage or not. I think I would, because I'm really, really confused and pissed off that Yagamama disappeared and now there's these things attacking us. So...
Yeah, is it because Yagamama doesn't like you? Is it because, or is it because that wasn't Yagamama? And if it wasn't Yagamama, who would dare? Who would dare to imitate the Yagamama?
I will do it with rage.
Show me your rage. Show me your rage, Gaten.
I'm going to go... And I'm going to run with the axe and the shield, and I'm going to shout...
as James tries not to wake the kids up while yelling...
But I'm going to swing the axe at it and shout at Paige, "Stay behind me!"
Gaten, the brave warrior, yells at you for some reason to stay behind him, as if that's your
place.
I'm
next to you, but okay.
I think he's trying to protect you, love.
I'm alright, thanks.
Seeing that Gaten in that direction, I'm going to take 10 feet back.
What I will attack?
You're going to what, sorry?
I'm going to take it 10 feet back.
Oh, back. Okay.
Away from Stolas.
Attack battle axe. AC 15.
That hits. The blade of the axe bites deep into this strange creature.
It's 10 slashing damage in total because of the +2 from rage.
How much damage in total? 10?
Yeah, 10 slashing.
Okay. The blade bites deep into this creature. However, it doesn't seem to have any organs or anything. It just basically, the blade cuts through huge amounts of twigs. You can hear the twigs and branches and the thorny needles just crunching under your axe as the blade pushes in, and then as you pull it back out again, you can see that where you've cut deep with this cleave into the creature, it's just bush and twig. There's nothing critical there to injure. Are you moving it? Oh, that was your charge attack, wasn't it? So that was your go? Have you got your bonus attack, or?
No, not yet.
Right, okay. Okay,
What turn do I get to do Stolas?
So there was one more thing as well.
Yeah.
When I rage, the ancestral spirit thing comes out.
Yes, it does.
How you pick that?
Reckless attack, danger sense, ancestral protectors. While raging, the first creature you hit with an attack on your turn has disadvantage on any attack that isn't against you. Okay, it's not going to attack Paige.
Yay!
It's going to attack you. However, the others are probably going to attack Paige.
I'm going to get out of this combat. I'm going to get Stolas to shape change into a spider, so that he can't be captured by a spider web.
Okay, he starts transforming into a spider. Ow! 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 Legs start coming out of his feathers and twisting and turning into spiders' legs. Ow! 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 Spider's not my favourite!
Well, hurry up and get over here.
He gets his little pincers out and he starts biting his way through the webbing that's holding him in place. Right, that's what he's doing. That's going to take him a full turn to even get anywhere near doing that. Okay, so these guys are all going to come in and attack now. And the three of them are going to attack. Now, Gaten, the first one on you, the Needle Blight, is going to... 12 hits.
What's the movement those people? Because I'm 65 feet away.
Sorry?
Well, I'm 65 foot away from the one that just charged me. So if they're only 30 feet, he can't actually charge me. That's why I moved 10 feet back.
I thought I counted it out. Okay, I can't remember where he was now. 1, 2,
Because he moved diagonal as well.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I only make it 10. No, he makes it. He makes it. Not that it will do much damage to you anyway. The needle blight reaches out for you, Gaten. Its claws form from the very bush from which it was formed and rakes across your chest. However, the thorns themselves just break upon your manly chest as it's exposed. It's like just walking through needles. It's like raking across your chest. You would laugh, but you're not that arrogant. You're just like... then it basically holds itself together and goes... Aah! And then needles just throw out in all directions. It kind of goes... And then these needles start spraying into you. Hold on. 5, 10, 15... Plus 3. Oh! Paige, you suddenly see needles just flying from behind you in a sort of an explosion. What's your AC, love?
Oh, what's AC?
Armor class. It's your armor.
Oh, cool. 16.
16. Oh, you're all right as well. Basically, you can feel some needles just hitting into the back of your coat, but it doesn't anything more than
coat.
Yeah, it's a thick coat. These needles are weak. Okay, that's that one done. The other needle one comes in on you, Alith, and it does the same thing. As it's running towards you, it goes, Aah! And needles just throw it in all directions.
I have 7 temporary hit points. You roll out 20. Yeah, I know that face. That's fine.
That's my nat 20 phase.
Yeah, I have 7 temporary hit points from killing the other vine creature. Before I forget about that.
Okay. Jesus Christ, 6. That's near max damage. 6, 11, 12. You take 12 damage as these thorns just throw into you. And blood just starts trickling from every single wound. And then as the thorns just basically start pushing their way into your flesh, he rakes at you with his claws. Hits AC not a lot. Hits AC 12.
Hits.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Maybe 11, aren't I? I'm a little warlock boy.
You mean sorcerer?
Out of roleplay, I'm a warlock boy.
Okay. Okay, you take 6 further piercing damage as it basically pushes its claws into you. You can feel as its claw hits into your chest, the plant just tries to grow into you.
That's a good thing I did get them temporary hit points, so I'd be down right now.
Yeah. Paige, one of these this vine creature lashes out towards you. Right, make a strength save as these vines start to wrap around you.
Oh, what do I type for that?
Exclamation mark S space STR, I think will do it.
Yep.
Oh. That's not brilliant.
Oh, actually, no, sorry. Take that back. He misses.
Huzzah!
I made you do the strength check before he'd actually hit you. Yeah, basically, these vines just come lashing out at you. You just nimbly duck out of the way. He aimed way too high for your little stature, and you just kind of duck and roll and get back up again. And the vines are just all over the place, but none of them managed to attach themselves to your small-framed body. Yeah, so it can't do that other thing unless it actually hits you. And it didn't. It just kind of like these vines all like flickering out towards you, and you're like, no.
Get off.
Right. Okay. And the fairy disappears off basically. Run away! There's actually two fairies, but one was so far away it disappeared really quickly, and the other one's just sort of fluttering off. Go water! Right. Okay. Paige, it's your go.
Oh, is it my go?
Yeah.
Cool. What can I do?
Paige, you can.
I'm a hitty thing.
You've got two short swords.
Yep. So which one's closest to me? Is it the vine thing that did all the whippy stuff?
The vine thing is right on you, standing right next to you, within a few feet of you, just throwing
Can I
vines
see where
at
its
you.
roots are?
See where it's what?
Roots.
They're detached. Basically, it's now kind of like a free roaming creature. You can see like a near person-shaped hole in the clump of vines behind him, where he just kind of like was summoned from the vines ahead of you.
I guess I'll try and chop him in half to detach his arms from his legs.
Yeah. Okay. So what you can do is you can attack, and you can also do a bonus attack with disadvantage, I think.
Is that the Hobbit thing?
So you've got just the two swords thing. You've got two short swords.
Yeah.
So you can attack with
disadvantage.
you can attack with the first short sword normally. So what you do is !A space short sword.
Oh, hold on a minute. Yeah, dyslexia. !A
Space short sword.
Lord.
Ah.
Cool.
Ouchie. Wait.
What?
Features and traits. Favoured enemy, Fae.
Yeah.
Okay, you have advantage on survival checks, as well on intuitive checks to recall information about them. Also learn one of their languages. If they speak a full creatures closely tied. Oh, do you not get an advantage against attacking them?
You get advantages to track them and to damage them,
Yes,
but
just not hitting them.
But also, if you're dual wielding, if both weapons are light, both attacks are normal. That the second one isn't at disadvantage. But you don't add your modifier to it unless you have two weapon fighting as a feat, I think it is.
Yeah. You got a few advantages. I thought it'd give you advantage on survival checks, as well as on intelligence checks to recall information about them. You also learn one language, which we said was Sylvan, so you can speak Sylvan. In fact, they were speaking Sylvan just then, actually. So only those of you that speak Sylvan actually understood them, which is you, Paige. I haven't checked.
What did they say?
What I said, basically. Oh bugger, we've been caught.
Oh, right. Oh, those two. Okay, so do I do a second attack with short sword then?
And they said we better go warn her. Was the other thing that they said.
Ooh. Do I make a second attack with the other short sword now?
Yes, you do. But that's just going to be a D20 roll, I think.
No, it's a normal attack roll, but when calculating damage, it's not adding...
and the +4, yeah. Okay, so the second attack, you swing out with your first short sword. The vines just basically grapple with it and it just moves out of the way. But you stab in with your second sword, a little bit more clumsy, but you manage to get straight into its chest. However, the vines just push it mostly out of the way. There's not a lot of strength behind the second attack, so you only actually do 1 damage to it.
Little bit of help here, a little bit of fire, please.
Right, Alith, back to you.
Right.
This thing's in front of you and it's got claws out. Ah.
Motherfucker. How's Stolas going?
He's doing all right. He's doing all right.
I want him to come back.
Right, give me a sec. He's got basically he's going to take the whole of this round. Oh no, yeah, sorry, he's uncovered now. Yeah, he'll start flying back. Oh no, he'll start scuttling back.
No, he can shape change and then move. So he's going to turn back into a raven and then head back.
Okay, he scuttles off as a spider. The wings.
He comes back.
Not again! And then he starts.
He comes
flapping.
back at 120 feet around. So depending on how far away it is,
He'll be back here at the end of the round.
wicked.
Right.
And I'm just going to.
I just realised.
Yeah, I'll just scorch him.
Rachel's using speakers, isn't she?
Yes?
Rather than headphones. Yeah, that's okay.
Is that bad?
No, it's
So am
fine.
I.
So are you. Yeah, no, I just the noise from us is getting picked up and fed back a little bit. For you. No, it's
Sorry.
It's nothing. It's minor. It's minor. I just noticed it. It's fine. Nothing. Fine. Okay, Alith.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck this motherfucker up.
Okay, that's graphic. You're not sure where you'd insert it, but you can have a go. You get.
They got spores. Lots of spores.
That's terrible rolling.
Are you doing Scorching Ray? Because if so, ouch.
Yeah, that's the worst rolls. AC 11 on one of them. Does that hit?
Nope. Missed by one.
Oh, that's the worst scorching ray.
Yeah. You see beams of light come out from his hands again. But they just disappear off in random directions. Basically, he's in so much pain from where he's been hit so badly. Only one of them actually pushes into this creature. Right, and that do the damage. Was it 2d6?
Oh wow, not even good rolls. 7. Oh no, there's nothing else I can do, I don't think.
Neither one. Was it 7 damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh. Oh. Oh no, that's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it looks really wounded by that, by the way. It's
got 10 health, I get it.
No, it's got a little bit more than that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did 10 damage to his last turn and he still survived it. Yeah, he's barely hanging together. The one that you're fighting, Gaten, it's barely hanging together. It's kind of like bits of just bush, all like kind of just slowly, roughly hanging together. Kind of like your one also looks really grievously wounded, but it's still fighting and it's still clawing at you.
I need Stolas. He's meant to be here.
He'll be at the end of the turn.
Just let me down.
He's doing the best he can, boss. Sorry.
Stolas.
Gaten's turn.
Okay, Gaten.
How far am I from the one that Alith is fighting?
You are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 feet away. Though obviously you still got this one right in front of you.
Can I move?
Yes, you can.
I know I'll take the attack of opportunity, but can I move so that I'm within 20 feet of the one that's fighting Harry, or Alith, sorry. And I'll take the attack of opportunity from the one that I'm with at the moment.
Okay, you start moving back. He gets a AC. No, it's not going to hit. It just claws at your mighty man chest again, just scratching you. It's like just doesn't seem to go anywhere near. It's like tickling you. You notice, Paige, by the way, out of the corner of your eye, that man mounting Gaten just does seem to shrug off the damage. Okay.
Yeah, he was too far to charge, wasn't he, the other one? So I'll get to here and I'll throw one of my hand axes at him.
Oh. Okay, you grab a hand axe from your little collection of hand axes and your collection of axes, and you're like, yeah, that one will do. And you fling it out, make an attack roll.
Nope. AC 8.
No.
Going down, boys.
No, that's fine then.
You're battling away at this thing, and you notice his hand axe just go flying past Aleph.
Well, that's a shame.
I don't know if... Hold on, I just wanted to check if the warrior spirit thing changed... No, I have to hit with an attack, so... Unfortunately...
It was a strange choice, I've got to be honest, Gaten, because you're now going to have two of those things attacking, whereas you could have easily just taken out that one next to you.
You could actually... You could have charge attacked it, actually.
You could have charge attacked it. Too late now.
I didn't... I thought I was too far to charge, but it's fine. I was just trying to get the spirit to change onto that one so that it would give you a chance to survive.
Okay.
But it's fine.
See that come out.
Gaten's panicked. He doesn't really know what he's doing.
Not much of a strategist then. Okay, Gaten, that's your turn thrown away. Okay, the Fae have their go.
Please, nothing. Does he get his line attack again?
Yeah.
As in his in his spiky thing.
The needles. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He kind of goes. Now you are also in range now. Thanks for that, Gaten. That's very kind of you. Line yourself up. It attacks Aleph and hits. It's hard not to hit Aleph, to be honest with you. He tries to hit you. Misses. Okay, it's damage for you.
This could be the end of Aleph. But not the end, but...
9 damage.
Yeah, I'm out cold.
The needles just spray out over Aleph, and Aleph kind of like goes, ah! And collapses back to the ground.
Sad times.
He sees you're down, and he basically, because that needle attack is his...
That scorching ray fucked up so hard. Could have just burning hands him. He would have died.
He goes in for a charge attack on you, Gaten. Yep. He sees one die. That was only his bonus action. The needles thing, he just kind of like does like a big poo, just emits these needles, and he charges in on you, and his claw just smashes into your chest. Really hurts. Ouchie, big time for 11 damage. It's like
what type of damage is it?
Piercing, so you can halve it.
It's halved, and is it rounded up or down? Like the default is down. But...
There are 5.
Cool.
Okay, the other one, the needle guys kind of have another go at you again, Paige. It's like 12 to 8 blah, 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 blah. Hits AC 16 this time. I think that might actually be enough. Oh, on the nail. On the nail. The vines reach out to you for 6 damage. Now you have to make a strength check. So do !S strength.
I sneeze. Sorry. Yay, pollen. So 8. Is that good?
No.
Damn.
Okay. Okay, the vines just suddenly ensnare you. They surround you and wrap you up into a little ball of halfling vine. You see Paige basically getting spun around, Gaten, and you're like, oh my god, this isn't going well. It's not going well at all. just basically gets wrapped up into a ball. She's inside there going, let me out! Let me out!
Actually, I have 12 AC, by the way. So I have hide armor on. I don't know why it says I have 12.
Oh, but I still would have hit every time.
Yeah, you still would hit, but I don't know why it said I...
Okay, until you make a strength check of 12 or more, Paige?
Yeah?
Until you make a strength check of 12 or more, you're basically now constricted by these vines. They're kind of like squeezing in on you and stopping you from doing absolutely anything.
Can I say in Sylvan, why are you attacking us?
Because I was told to!
By who?
The Fae who created me! Right, whose go is it now? That was on, there you go. Oh, the Thorn guy is also going to come in and attack you, Gaten. It's AC 14.
No.
Nope. Oh, advantage, actually. Ah, a 1. Forget that. Okay, the other one comes in, does a needle attack, and the needle just bounces off of your mighty chest. Oh, bloody hell, 2 and a 3. Okay, the worm has turned. And then he tries to rake his claws into you, but he just can't penetrate your chest at all. Tries to get around your legs, just scrapes off of your skin. It hurts, but it's not getting into you at all. You're just like reinforcing yourself with your anger and rage. Okay, Paige, you get another chance to do a strength check now. On your go.
Yeah. What's it?
Exclamation mark S, space strength.
Oh, I missed the N out.
Oh,
I've got to make 16.
12, you got to get 12.
Oh,
these rolls suck ass. You're like, you can't quite push out.
Can I set fire to it?
If you had a spell or something.
I've got tinder and I've got firelighters.
Yeah, but they're in your bag. You'd have to get it all out. That's never going to work.
Also, they don't set on fire.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Yeah. If you had a torch in your hand and held it aloft, that would be something else, but you don't have it at the moment. Right, okay, end of the turn, and
Stolas better appear at the north of this map. That motherfucker.
Okay. At the end of the turn, Stolas comes flying in, and he does a charge attack onto the vine thing. I'm using I didn't have a little icon for him, so I'm basically.
He was going to do a charge attack.
Huh?
I didn't say he was going to do a charge attack.
All right, he comes in then. I thought you wanted.
I mean, he's going to do a charge attack. I'm just saying. I didn't say he was going to do a charge attack.
I thought you said you wanted him to come flying in.
He is going to come flying in.
What am I doing, boss? Oh, he's unconscious. Right. Fight the thorns, I guess. You hear this raven having this conversation to himself out loud as he comes in, and he starts.
Yeah, I'm going to do a sting attack with him.
Okay, as he does, he shifts back into a imp form. Is that what you want? You can do a sting attack.
Well, sorry. It counts as bite when in beast form.
Right. Okay.
But it still stings them.
Mate,
his pincers basically converted into his mouth or something.
Creative license over that one. But yeah, okay, he flies in, talons raised, and goes, "Rah! I live!"
Oh, for God's sake, I rolled a 4. These rolls.
He smashes into this thorny beast. Ow, 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 it's really thorny! Ow, ow, ow! And he's trying to rake at this thing, but the thorns are just puncturing his hand. He's not happy. Oh, Jimmy's not happy. I'm not happy! I'm not happy! As he tries pecking at it and just ripping at it, but it's like basically ripping at a bush. Just bits of twigs coming off. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. Okay, Alith, make a death save roll.
Pass.
Yeah. Okay. You're still sitting there like unconscious. Right. Okay. That's after you, Gaten.
Which of the two that I'm between looks the most injured?
They both are fucked. They're both on their last legs. These dudes are like nearly dead, but somehow being left alive just enough that they're attacking both of you. Yeah.
I'll just use the battle axe on the one that the Raven is attacking already.
Yeah, the one that's in front of you. That's the slightly less fucked one. Make your attack roll then.
Yeah, I'm still going to do it on him.
Yeah, okay. The axe swings out, tree felling style, in a big wide arc, smashing into it. Don't roll shit.
Oh, try. 9.
Welcome to the 9 club.
Are you adding your rage to that?
It doesn't add to it.
Rage only adds 2 damage and the resistances. Unless it's advantage.
It's advantage. It's advantage because the ravens.
Oh, why didn't I get advantage then? Because I charge attacked.
What?
Well, I charged with the raven and he's flanked, and I didn't get advantage.
That's a good point. Make an advantage check. Yep. No. You're right, Harry.
Well, yeah, you should probably do my roll before he attacks the one that I was going to kill anyway. If it does hit. Yeah, well, that hits 19.
Right, roll for damage. Harry.
10 damage.
3d6.
Yep. Check the stat if you want.
Okay, you go to attack Gaten. You go to attack the one in front of you, but as he does, the raven just rips it apart and just basically gets its grip. Stop being a wuss and just rips it through. And you need
to take a DC 11 con save or take half of the damage.
That doesn't matter. He's dead on half.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, he basically just turns into a bush and just collapses into twigs on the ground. You spin around and take your advantage attack on the one behind you, because, continuity. And the blade smashes into him. You got a 23, didn't you? 6 damage? Yeah.
So it'd be 8 damage. 8 slashes.
Yeah, and basically you just decapitate the one behind you as well. Just swing round, and its little thorny head just kind of goes, and just flies off of his body. All that leaves you with now is poor old Paige wrapped up in a ball, going, "Help! Help!"
Can I move over to that one and stand next to it, ready to attack next time round?
Okay, you move over to it. You can't attack it, but you're threatening it.
No, I can't. Yeah, but yeah.
Right. The imp actually does more than 3d6. It's meant to do 1d4 plus 3 and 3d6 on con 11.
Okay, I'll have to look that up. Right, so...
I just sent you the link over Discord. I also sent you the voice of the Chainmaster. The invocation I had. I don't know if you checked it.
I did check it, but I've also been doing a lot of other stuff since then. I can't remember all of it. I know I approved it. That's what I remember. Right, okay. So we're going to take... Jimmy's going to have his go on your go, if you want. So that charge attack was... last turn? No, it was this turn, wasn't it? It was this turn.
No, it was last turn, because I went first. And Stolas goes first, I assume, if I'm not rolling separate initiative with Stolas.
He had a go. No, he had a go this turn. No, that's fine. He's had his go. Right. Right, the last flying creature is going to attack you again. Paige. Rolls with advantage. On the second attack, he gets a 15 AC. Which I don't think it's going to hit, is it? Plus 4. Yeah, 15. And your AC is 16? Yes.
Hold on a minute. What? Am I doing a strength check?
No. It's basically trying to attack you. So its vines start smashing out at you, but the vines just keep slapping against your lovely, warm Arctic Explorer's coat. and they just absorb. You can feel it pounding at you. You just basically hold yourself like this, and you're like, I just realised. Wait. Oh, no. I thought it had a strength check thing. It was intelligence checks. Oh, that favoured enemy thing is not as good as it used to be. Right, okay. It attacks you, but even with the advantage attack, it fails to penetrate you. And it's your go again, Paige. Strength. Yes!
Yay!
This time, as it tries to attack you, you sense a weakening in its body. And you just basically push your arms away and free up your short swords. Just hack the vines out of the way. You can make... I'll let you have one bonus attack on it this round. So basically,
cool.
just making the attack. I can't see it.
Says in the book the exact same thing as I sent you. It's on page 307 if you want to check it. 306 at the bottom right and 307 at the top left.
Not in my book. Which book are you looking at? Oh, players, I'm looking in the monsters manual. It's alright.
It's because the player's handbook has all of the basic shape change things.
Yeah, no, I see it.
Takes 1d4 plus 3 piercing damage. The target must make a DC 11 con save, taking 10 3d6 poison damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one.
Oh, these things are immune to poison. You didn't say it was poison damage.
I did. I said it's a con save for poison damage. You said it doesn't matter.
Oh, right, no, okay. I didn't realize it was poison. Anyway, the main piercing damage would have done enough. He only had a couple of hit points left. And as it's plus 3, even if he rolled a 1, that would be enough to kill it.
Alright.
But yeah, poison damage. There, these are plants. The poison just drips down the side of their little twigs. Right, so Paige, you do an attack.
Yes, I did an attack.
Yes, and it hits.
Woohoo!
Woo woo! Yay! That one's only had 1 damage. This one's tough though. 6. You slice through with your sword, and some of the vines just go flying off as it then tries to reset itself. You can just see the vines sort of flapping all over the place. Alith has gone. He's vaporized. Have you polymorphed into a chair?
Yeah.
It's your go.
Cool. Death save. I fail. And Stolas is going to charge the last guy.
Yeah.
Hits AC 11.
He gets an advantage attack.
Oh yeah, right.
Otherwise that'd miss.
Oh, 21. 24, sorry.
Yeah, that definitely hits. So it's just the 1d4 plus 3.
6.
Nice. Okay, you notice these vine creatures are a lot tougher than the bushy thorn ones. However, the first vine one was obliterated by your scorching ray, so it didn't look so impressive at the time. But this one, it can take a lot of damage. Alith, that's you done. Gaten, one left in front of you. You can see that the halfling's managed to break free. Her little short sword's just in a blur as she's like trying to do chop suey on it, just hacking away at the vines, left, right, and centre with her 2 little blades.
We'll swing it with my axe. Hopefully, is it an advantage or not advantage?
It's advantaged, very advantaged. It's being attacked from all sides. You've got the top of its head's being clawed apart by a raven. The halfling's slashing at it from the other side. It's trying to attack in all directions at the same time. And you're just sitting there with your massive axe thinking, yeah, this thing's designed for chopping wood.
AC 24.
Yeah.
For 7 slashing damage.
7 slashing damage. Yeah, you cut a huge swathe of destruction through this thing. Just branches and vines just fly off in all directions. There's just littered brown shriveling vines all over the floor now, where you've just been cutting these off of this living vine. It's still somehow going. It's kind of like got big holes in it now, and it's just trying to keep itself together, hoping to get one last attack in before it turns back into just a lump of...
I'm going to try something out as a tactic here. So I've hit it, so my spirit
that went so well last time.
No, the spirit is... Because I've now hit it, the spirit is now giving it the disadvantage on anyone but me.
Yes.
So I'm going to move back, so that to attack me, it has to move and take attack of opportunity from the others.
Well, it can attack of opportunity you on your way out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
It can attack me, but I mean, when it's his turn, or its turn, if it attacks anyone else, it will have disadvantage.
Okay.
Or it can charge at me.
The vines splay out at you, and they just slap against your coat, and just don't even get anywhere near penetrating you. They're out of the way. Okay, yeah, it will continue to try and attack the others, but it's had its go. That was you. Oh, it's its go now, isn't it?
If it attacks the others, it has disadvantage.
Yeah, it's going to attack you, Paige, with disadvantage. So, it definitely fails. It definitely fails. Yeah, it tries to attack you, but as it does, you notice strange images of ancient men just start to sort of shimmer around it. And as it does, it struggles to try and find you to attack you, and it seems slightly dazed by this vision. And then it's you, Paige.
Okay. Guess I'll attack it.
So Gaten, you notice that Aleph is looking really bad, just like bleeding out all over the floor, just blood pooling around his head.
Yep.
You could really have done with Freya being here.
Yeah, we don't have any healing, so...
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Okay, you plunge your sword into the centre of it. As it's distracted, you bring its short sword in, and as you do it, you just slice through the central core of this creature, and in a moment, its writhing stops, and the vines just fall to the ground around you.
Nice.
You can see Aleph just bleeding out on the floor.
Oh no.
I'm going to try and run over to him to stabilise him at least.
Okay. Unless you got a spell for it, you got a medicine check. It's best you can do.
Okay.
And have you got medicine?
I've got +1 in it.
Where is medicine? Oh, there it is. I've got +2.
You don't because you have a -1 because you don't actually have the skill. And Gaten, you don't have it either, so you have a +0. If you both try to help him together, I will give just Paige an advantage roll.
Okay.
Cool. What do I type?
You type !C space medicine space ADV. Do you reckon that'll work on?
Yeah, it works on it.
Wow.
I did numbers.
Such terrible rolls.
Sorry.
Okay, you try to put some cloth over the wounds, and the blood just pools around them. Ah!
Oh no. Oh dear. I'm sorry. It's a bit of a mess in it.
Yeah.
This could be the end of a lesson for all we know. 2 more fatal rolls.
Yeah.
Could your bird turn into something useful?
The
Lick your wounds? I don't know.
The raven says to you two, "Oh, what can you do? You gotta save him! Gotta save him! I wonder if that old man can save him back there."
What old man?
What old man?
There was an old man. He was wrapped up in spider silk. I spoke to him.
Was this when? What? When?
Just now. Before I came over here.
Do you want to go get him?
I could try.
Yeah.
It'd be easy if one of you
That'd be a
came
good
and helped
idea.
me.
Oh, I can go. It sounds like there's going to be trouble.
Well, you get lost, so I'll follow because I don't get lost.
Okay, so if any of you run forward, you can find it starts to get a little bit creepier as you go further down the woods, and there's spider webs everywhere. Make perception rolls.
Are we dragging Alith along, dragging blood everywhere?
Yeah, basically.
I'll pick him up.
Yeah, Gator, make a strength roll to pick him up.
Yeah.
Oh, straight.
You can see a man. Do you see in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen? There's a figure swinging.
Remember, it's advantage because you're raged.
Okay.
I mean, even with a 12, you can pick him up. He's a bag of bones. Yeah, you pick Alif up. He's like, you can feel the blood just pouring down your hands as his life juice just leaves his body. You get through to here. Make a perception rolls.
Hold on. Am I supposed to see a picture of a man wrapped in something here?
Yeah, the bottom left.
Bottom left.
Swinging.
He's swinging.
Bottom left of what?
The screen. The grid. The map.
What map?
The battle map.
What?
Where's this map?
On the YouTube.
On YouTube.
Have you not been watching the stream the whole time?
Oh! It got frozen on the forest for some reason.
You might have accidentally clicked pause and not clicked the live button.
The grid.
So you haven't seen the battle. You haven't seen the whole battle map and all the creatures and the images of Yagamama. So you didn't.
That you spent so long making.
You didn't see this. That's the Yagamama.
Oh, that's what she looks like.
That's what she did. Well, that's what the image looked like. And then you basically fought here on this section of ground, and the vines came to life, and they've all been fighting you. And oh dear!
Oh, damn. Fucking internet shit.
Yeah, you always got to make sure it shows live.
Yeah, the bottom left, basically it says it's alive.
Right.
It does now. It does now.
Right.
It does do live now.
Do you now see a body swinging?
I do now see a body swinging. I wondered why I was just seeing trees all the time.
Okay, all of you can hear this. Kind of a muffled help coming from the swinging body.
Can I use acrobatics to jump up there and cut him down?
Yes, you can. Make perception rolls, though, everybody.
Oh, I'll do that.
I did.
Right, oh, shit, sorry. Sorry?
Gator of 14.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not perceptive.
Okay, have you got... do you get second wind?
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
Sorry?
I do, don't I?
I don't. He does.
I'm not seeing it.
It's a fighter thing, I think.
Oh, is it a fighter thing, not a barbarian?
Yeah, it's the fire thing, sorry.
It's a fighter thing, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Because, so, Paige, you leap over to the body. Oh, fog of war layer.
Hold on a minute, I just rolled 1 for perception. Don't hobbits get to roll again if they get a 1?
You do, yes. You get, you're lucky. You get to reuse your luck.
Hobbits.
We will.
Halfling.
Oh, sorry.
Bit of skin.
Not much better.
I get
Okay,
yes, that.
what did you get, Gaten? Hold on, I'm obscuring.
I got 14.
Alright, 14. You see it way before it comes out. This huge spider is starting to try to make its way towards you, Gaten.
That's very big.
Yeah,
That's actually colossal.
it's not. It's not. Hold on. Sorry, was me scaling a bit out.
Well, that's bigger than colossal.
Oh my god.
That's still ancient.
Doesn't matter. Shut up. Doesn't matter. I haven't done the scaling. Right. Okay. So I need your acrobatics check, Paige. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. You leap across the ground. You do a little forward spin onto one of the trunks that goes across in front of you, and then you leap again with absolute grace, and you get on top of the body that's swinging. Do you want to get your short sword and cut him down?
Yeah.
Okay, you'd have to make an attack roll. It's pretty simple, and the spider looks a bit distracted at the moment.
Probably smells all the blood.
Yeah, hold on. Okay, make initiative rolls, Gayton and Paige.
Oh. Why am I not making initiative roll?
Oh, you can as well. Yeah, sorry.
Well, I still need a death save at some point.
You need the death save. Yeah. Okay, Paige. You cut him down. This old man starts clawing away. Oh, you can see his face. Thank you. I think the others need help. You can see the spider going.
Who are you?
I'm Handel. I came here looking for Yakubaba. I'll explain in a minute. There's a giant spider behind you.
Yeah, you could help us, could you? We're kind of in a bit of a situation.
He looks over. That's the time up, basically. He sees Aleph. Oh no, Aleph! Aleph is one of his pupils, by the way.
Yeah.
Aleph, I need to go and help Aleph.
Yes, please.
Right, what'd you get on your initiative roll? 19. Okay, I need to add.
Yeah, Aleph seems to be very good at initiatives. Bad at everything.
Ooh, 18. Oh, I did it right first time. Yay.
18.
Oh, no, do I need to join this?
Why has it done 21? I wrote 18.
Seems to have had a situation.
Oh, it's done it as a bonus. No, I've already rolled it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to, I see. Right, ignore that. He's on 18. He's on 18.
Yeah, Aleph 17 out of 17 hit points. Sounds good to me.
No. Right, death save, please. Just don't roll a 1.
What do I type?
Pass.
First save. Are you making a note of these? You've had 2
pass.
pass. 1.
2 pass.
2 pass, 1 fail.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm keeping a record. Don't worry.
Yeah, so am I. Right, okay. The spider comes leaping in.
No. Stolas.
Oh yes, of course, the little bird. Where is the little bird? Not on this map. Bollocks. Oh, I know how to do that. Hold on, give me a second. I've just upgraded him to being a global prop from all the maps. There you go, he's upgraded now. And he was with...
Go Stolas.
Oh. Yes. Right, he's there at the moment. What do you want him to do?
Is that spider literally that close?
Yes.
Bollocks. Right, I'm gonna get Stolas to go behind it. Because he's small and he can fly, he can get advantage attack on it. And he's not. He was never standing right next to me. I don't know why. Yeah. Well, I don't know what the movement base is going to be. Because, yeah, I mean, he wouldn't just sit there next to me. He'd be in the air.
We have to be somewhere. He's in the air above your head. He's worried about you.
Right. Well, he's going for a rear attack on the spider. Whatever he's doing.
Yeah, he's got 60-foot movement. So he can do 60 feet and attack. Or a charge if he's in a direct line. Oh.
Well, can you not charge directly down?
A bit of an issue there.
If you're 10 feet above a creature, can you somewhat dive charge?
So where do you want him to dive to? The front or the back?
The back. So he gets advantage.
He'll get advantage from doing a charge anyway. So yes.
Yeah, but I want him to be able to dash out without being without provoking attack opportunity.
Um,
Because he wouldn't provoke it if he's behind him, and the creature hasn't turned around yet.
well, timing. Got to worry, do everyone else yet. He does an advantaged attack. Let's see how it goes. Make your advantaged attack.
21 AC.
That hits indeed. Okay, make the damage roll. Just checking for...
Can you make a con save of 11?
It's not immune to poison, so it can take poison damage as well. It makes a con save of 15. What was the target?
11, so it passes.
Right, okay, so do damage halved.
So he takes 11 damage in total. No, 10. Sorry, 10 damage in total. 4 poison, 6 piercing.
Yeah, okay. The Raven, or Jimmy, we'll have a little debate about the name. Stolas. Jimmy. Stolas / Jimmy. He goes up in the air and then just dives down onto the thorax of the spider and just starts ripping into its belly. The spider makes some weird noise. It was already in motion to start charging, and then it does. It's charging down. Its senses blurred. It's going down after Gaten. Attack of opportunity. Yep. It's not going to try and fight a Raven. It's not really geared to do that.
Is it advantage because he's still behind him?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Oh, nat 20.
Nat 20, double damage. That'll be double damage on only the 1d4 plus 3. Not on not on the poison.
So just roll 2d4, right?
Yeah. 2d4, then the bonus plus once.
Wow, that's bad rolls. Alright, con save of 11, please.
Makes it. Half damage.
Okay, so he takes... Is it rounded up or down? So is it 5 or 4? 4. Okay, so he takes 11 damage again. Stolas is doing work.
He is. I think that's actually enough.
No way.
Yeah.
Actually kill him.
Yeah. The Raven just basically rips into his thorax, and then just this goopy mess just starts ripping out from the spider. Spider fades. Handel comes over. He's hobbling. He does a healing word on everybody. Everyone, he gathers everybody together, and then everyone basically gets 4 hit points back.
Wow, I'm back up to 1.
Gaten, you got 4 hit points back. Did you take any wounds, Paige?
No, just was...
Harry, I think you're on 4, because I don't think you can go into negative on 5th edition.
Hamdall does another heal on you, does a cure wounds. Have you got any food? Have you got any food and drink? He says. Really, really thirsty.
I'll pass over rations to him.
Okay, he starts drinking. Oh, how did you know to find me? I thought I was dead for sure.
Oh, the crew
Cure wounds on me, did you say?
Ketel, wasn't it, that sent us?
Yeah, Ketel. Hold on, I'm just rolling it.
Jimmy.
10, 11. 11 hit points back from the cure wounds to you,
one off, Matt.
Alith. That's all I've got. That's all I've got. He doesn't look particularly wounded. He doesn't look like he's been in there very long either. Oh, so I've been here for days. I made my way in and I met who I thought was Yagamama, and but it was really strange because she asked me for help. And she took me back to her tree. And it was all very surreal. At first I felt proud. I thought, Yagamama needs my help. I've never had this before. I've only spoken to her in dreams. I would come here and I would pray, and I would feel the sense of Yagamama around me. But when I came here a few days ago, I actually saw her. And she led me into this tree, and then there was this other creature there. And I was told I had to help this creature, and that's what I've been doing. But I discovered that what they wanted me to do was evil. And I refused. So then they attacked me, and they threw me out here and fed me to the spiders. I thought I was dead for sure until you guys turned up. Thank you, saved me. But what has happened to Yagamama? Did you see Yagamama?
So, what did they want you to do?
So basically, they were asking me to make these potions, and which they were then feeding to the tree. I didn't understand.
The tree.
They were feeding the tree. Yeah.
And what makes
tree you usually worship?
It's the great tree at the centre of the Forbidden Woods. I'd never been there before, but I didn't realise that it was actually hollow, and inside there was this space, and this creature lived there, and it said that it was a servant of Yagamama. Yeah. Do you want me to take you to the tree?
I think it is.
Well, I mean, what was this creature? What did it look like?
It looked like a woman, but made of her flesh was green, and she looked like she was part human, part tree.
Right, but she was evil.
Well, she was trying to hurt the tree. That's what I worked out. She was trying to poison the tree and kill the tree, but the tree was resisting. I'm wondering whether the tree was Yagamama, and this creature was lying to me, but I never get to find out because they attacked me and fed me to the spiders.
My dear mentor, I hate to inform you, but the Yagamama you saw was merely an illusion. We encountered the same. Yes, it was by Fey folk, I believe.
So I've been an old fool.
No, it's pretty convincing.
He seems completely heartbroken. I knew I was getting old, but I didn't realise that I'd lost my senses. I was so overawed by the beauty of Yagamama. I felt that after decades of good service that my time had finally come, that Yagamama had revealed herself to me, and that I had been chosen to help her. I feel like such a fool. An old fool. We must stop this. We must stop this old woman. She's poisoning the Yagamama.
Can I get Stola?
Sorry? You can show us the way we can see it done.
Can I get Stolas to cheer him up?
Hello!
Stolas is a very happy chappy.
Hello, you're an old man! Is that Raven talking to me?
Yes, he's my new friend.
What? Hello, Raven. Hi, I'm Jimmy.
He's Stolas.
Ah! Oh, I killed that spider, man! I killed that spider! I chopped him right up and I clawed him! And I fed him full of some special stuff I've got, but we can't talk about. But it's really great stuff, and it really hurt him, and he died and everything, and it was me! I did it! I'm a Raven! The old man's like, I think I might still be under the influence of their powers. I'm very weary. Quick, let me take you to the tree before I have no strength left in my soul. He starts hobbling off further to the north. Do you follow him?
Yeah, I think we should.
Come on!
I'll try and help support him.
Aleph, can you find me a stick or something, please?
I can, my friend.
Thank you.
I grab him a thick, sturdy, juicy stick.
Okay, he holds it and he starts walking along like this. It's painfully slow. You see a massive tree slowly come into view. It kind of glows with a slight halo, and more of these fireflies are around here again. You make perception rolls. Make perception rolls. Drink some water.
19.
Okay.
I am so shit. I noticed nothing again.
Alice, can you speak Sylvan?
No.
Okay. You hear a voice. You have no idea what he just said. But it sounded like the voice of that fairy again, or one or both of the fairies that created the illusion and made the beasts come alive.
Do I know how far away they are?
It sounds like it's coming from inside the tree.
Right. I'm going to get Stolas to do a bit of scouting again, but this time not get caught by a spider's web and stay invisible.
Right. The raven goes invisible and goes inside.
And then I look through his eyes.
What are the other two doing? So basically, he stopped and said that he could hear something, and then he sent the raven's gone invisible.
Nah, I didn't see the raven. He's discreet about it. He's discreet.
The raven disappears, is what I said. The raven disappears. You can't avoid that. Right.
I pretty much noticed he's not a real raven there, so...
He's a real raven.
We knew that already, he talks. But I'm going to see it's Handel that we're with now. Are you okay? Like, you'll be okay while we deal with this?
Okay, can you make a DC Wisdom save, please, for your raven?
Right. I guess +1, that's fine. What was it? DC 14?
Mm-hmm.
Well, is it magic? Because he gets advantage on saving throws against magic. He's magical resistant. Right, first roll, 18, so pass first roll anyway.
Yeah, after all that. Yeah. Okay, there's a... You can see in the room, it looks like a laboratory. Looks a little bit like Handel's room. There's vial... Sorry. Girly voice goes, hello, there's vials! There's vials and there's coloured potions. You notice that the magic is so rich here that the light and colours and hues just flicker around all over the place. Right, Gaten and Paige, are you going to enter?
I will...
Yeah, well, she sees nothing wrong because she rolled a 3, so... She got 3.
It's like a cool tree.
Do-do-do-do.
The old man's like, please, we've got to, I'll come and help, but we've got to stop that woman creature.
Handel's
Sounds
like
like a
really
good plan.
old, isn't he?
Do-do-do-do.
Okay, Paige just starts wandering off in Arctic Explorer fashion. Arctic Explorers, never fear! We're always here to save and cheer!
Look between the tree and Handel and offer him it, because he's going to be very slow if he does join us. Offer him my shield if he'll take it.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. I have my own ways with these things.
Stay close then.
He's referring to the same ways as I deal with things.
And then I'm going to run into the tree.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, in the room you can see anyone that goes in there, including the raven. All these bubbles. There's a woman standing at the far end of the room.
Okay.
Can we do a perception check?
You can. Hold on. So the raven's already flying around inside the room.
Invisible!
Yep.
No one can see him.
Right. Okay, so you notice a couple of things. You notice that there's like a there's almost like a bed somewhere. You see where all the purple trees are? Underneath there's like a plinth, something that you'd almost see someone laying down on. However, there's this jugs sitting on there, and there's some sort of fluids being poured in through these into like these big siphons that go down into this altar, and you can see black veins all around the altar where the wood seems to be just dying, and there's chemicals all up on the shelves. She's basically been working on some stuff on a workbench over in the corner, and she turns to see you. She hadn't noticed the raven. Invisible, it still makes noise, but she hadn't noticed it. However, she turns.
+5 because I have skill and stealth.
We haven't rolled stealth, but it doesn't matter because she didn't hear it anyway. I rolled for perception and it was shit. She turns. Ah, hello. She says, she's quite a pretty looking thing, but she's got white eyes. So instead of like normal eyes, the eyes are bright white, not just pupil white, but glowing white. And her hair, it's like half hair, half vines, and they kind of like float in the air, almost like really long hair. She's beautiful. A little bit like the image of Yagamama that you saw earlier, however, more planty based. Whereas the Yagamama had more of like a human frame with green skin and flowers. This creature is more like half everything, half tree, plants, flowers, and half human, but all just kind of blurred in together. So there's that humanoid form. As she sees you, so Gaten and Paige, you make your way into the room.
I do too.
Oh, and you do too. Okay, all three of you make wisdom saves.
Oh, do you put S for save?
Yes. Exclamation mark S space whiz. WIS.
18.
14.
She's not bright. Paige not bright.
Not wise.
Bright. She's not a clever pickle.
Oh, wisdom is intelligence. So it wouldn't be down.
Wisdom is like worldly wise. Intelligence is like, 2 plus 2 is 4. Best description ever. Right, okay. What did everyone get?
7.
Okay.
14.
Both of you, Gaten, Aleph, her words are comely, but you're not particularly moved by them. Paige, you're just like, oh, you were really wrong about this Fae. This woman is amazing. She's so beautiful and so ethereal. She must be telling the truth. You tried to explain it to the other guys. They don't seem to understand like you do. You're going to say something?
She's lovely, isn't she? Oh, we can have a cup of tea here. Oh, isn't this nice?
I don't think that's the reason we're here.
Sorry, Gaten?
I don't think that's the reason we're here. Something's not.
I think we should just sit down and have a chat. She seems really nice.
Is she the only creature in the room?
Yes, she is.
I've had enough of this. I'm going to initiate combat.
What you doing? Don't hurt her. She's lovely. I think you should leave her alone. I think we should leave.
Then you can defend her.
Okay, I'll go then.
Yeah, you don't want to fight her.
No, I don't want to fight
No.
her. We should talk anyway. We're here for a chat, really. Find out what's going on.
Okay.
I'm going to combine attack with Stolas and me at the same time. For a jointo attacker.
If you attack her, you're going to attack me.
Wait.
Woo!
Please assist with our
Alright, everyone do initiative rolls.
nimble friends. Well, do I not get surprise attack?
Yes, you do. You can get one attack straight off the bat.
With Stolas?
What do I have to do?
Yeah, you can combine with Stolas.
Cool.
Jimmy.
Exclamation I space join.
I also got a 4. Wow.
Are you really going to attack me? Because
No,
that doesn't seem like a clever thing to do.
You wouldn't defend them via wisdom.
Well, I would, because she's literally just enthralled me. That's what's happening here. She's a fae. She's convinced me that because I got a low on intelligence, so...
Oh, wait. Every time any of its allies try to harm the target, you can make another saving throw.
Yeah,
it pushes into question your the spell. So if he attacks, you don't get to stop it because he's doing it out of turn basically. So you're all talking and he's just like, bah! And it
just maybe you should think about, I don't know, helping convince me she's bad by talking to her.
Yeah, Aleth has already made his mind up.
I'm an evil warlock. I'm not going to do that.
You mean you're a good sorcerer?
Right. In roleplay, I'm a good sorcerer. Out of roleplay, I'm an evil warlock. I wouldn't give a shit.
Okay, make your attack roll. What are you gonna do?
Eldritch Blast with me, and Stolas obviously just charge dive attack on him.
Okay, on the Eldritch Blast, do I get is it a save or?
No,
it's an attack, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just an attack. I've removed the knockback, so there's no longer the 10-foot knockback.
Right. Okay. Right, make your attack. Make your Eldritch Blast.
Hit 21 for 10 damage. Nice. Well, that's also plus 6, so 16 damage.
Okay. I'll just close the book. Yeah, basically, you Eldritch Blast this fragile woodland creature, and her chest just explodes. She just splays out against the back wall, dead.
Cool. Well, that deals with that problem.
Not really, because we don't know why she's here, who she was, and what's happening.
Paige,
she seemed lovely to me, and you just blew her up.
Yeah, you snap out of it. You feel like you've been duped a little bit, but you still feel like that was.
I'm still like. Yeah, we could have talked to her.
Yeah,
could have found something.
Problem solved.
No, because why was she here, and who put her here?
She tried to kill Heimdall. This got personal.
Heimdall walks in. Oh, well, that was that then.
You're welcome.
Wow, Aleth. Okay. I mean, she didn't seem that. Well, she was poisoning Yagamama. I guess.
You're the god.
We will never find out why.
The little fairies come in, fluttering behind you. Yay! We're free! We're free! Thank you so much. Thank you for freeing us.
You're welcome, I guess. I didn't do much.
You're welcome. You can praise me if you wish. But,
sorry about the blight creatures. We were forced to attack you by her.
By the sounds of it, definitely.
Oh, what was that about her being a nice person? It seems like she deserved to die.
She was a fey creature, and she like us, but she wanted to take over Yagamama's role, so that all of the prayer magic would go into her. So she's been trying to kill the spirit of Yagamama. Basically, Yagamama.
So it's just her then?
Yeah. She's not powerful yet, but she was trying to become powerful. She was working out how to tap into the earth tree and take the power away from Yagamama. So she flies around the room. All this damage. How are we going to heal it? What are we going to do now? It's been so peaceful here for generations, and now we're in real trouble. So Yagamama was mortally injured in the God Wars when all of the Fey realms collapsed. So none of you know what she's talking about, by the way.
What are you on about?
Well, there used to be lots of realms of Fey. There was the Deep Fey and the Dark Fey and the Near Fey, and they all collapsed. And Wildessa has taken over everything. But Yagamama, when this happened, she was ripped in two and lost lots of her power. But she's been holding on, trying to protect the world all around the woods, because that was what was bestowed upon her to do. But she was basically dying slowly, and this dryad creature seized on the chance to try and take over from Yagamama, but she was just killing Yagamama quicker.
Where's Yagamama now?
It's all around us. She's dying. It's so sad. What am I gonna do?
Can we do anything to aid in her recovery?
There is something you can do. There is. You could get a crystal from the heart of the mountain.
Okay, that doesn't sound very easy.
Well, every mountain has a heart made of crystal in the Fey realms, and if you can get a shard of the crystal and bring it back here, we can use the magic from that to restore her power, or at least some of her power, or enough of her power for her to look after herself again, and then maybe she could start to heal over time, or what's left of her. But at the moment, she's nothing more than just an essence of power. Her spirit is fading fast.
Taking the shard from the mountain, is that going to do anything to the mountain?
Not if you just take a shard. They're massive. You understand when you see it. If you can,
okay.
The little fairy flies over, and starts pointing. I can't pick it up. It's too big. I can't pick it up. It's too big.
Pick up what?
Pointing at a mirror.
Why are you trying to pick up a mirror?
Take the mirror. Take the mirror.
Why?
Because you can see Fey portals through the mirror. So if you hold it up over a Fey portal, it will show you a way in. You could travel the mountains forever and not see it, but with the mirror, which points at the mirror again, with the mirror you can see the entrances and make your way through the hidden paths into the mountain.
Okie dokes. Paige goes and picks it up. Does anything happen?
It swirls around, but for now you just see your own face reflected back in the mirror.
I mean, it's quite nice. I'm not really a mirror kind of gal, but I guess I'll put it in my bag.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's all we can do. We can try and use our little magic to try and help keep Yagamama alive, but the magic that the Dryad has been using has done a lot of damage to her. It's really, really sad. I am sorry I attacked you.
It's fine. I understand. She's a very cunning Dryad, and yeah, it's fine.
Well, thank you. Starts fluttering around. So, guys, what are you going to do? You're in this laboratory of sorts. It's like a druid's laboratory, except it's not a druid. She was a dryad. Do you have a look round? Do you leave? Do you head back? Gaten, what do you want to do?
Not going to interfere with anything in the room. I'm going to talk to Is Handel in the room with us?
He's walked over and he's examining the body of this dryad. That's just basically got this huge hole in its chest from this Eldritch blast.
I'm all for going to get this crystal shard. I don't know if anyone else is, but I think that's what I need to do.
Sounds a bit like nonsense to me. Heart of a mountain. It doesn't sound very scientific. I mean, is that real?
But
I don't know, but I guess we'll find out.
Religion and faith are not scientific.
Well, yeah, this is true. This is true, Gaten. I apologise for that, but it just seems a bit strange. We've all been over the mountain these last few weeks, and we found nothing. Nothing.
The mirror they spoke of is the key to finding this.
I suppose. I mean, if you want to, you're going to need help. I'll need to go and get Freya.
Yeah, we could probably. Yeah, we could go and get you back as well.
Yeah, could you take me back? We mustn't speak of this to anybody. We mustn't let anyone know what's happened to Yagamama.
That's understandable.
Fairy folk. Yes, old man. Is there anything you two can do to protect this world until we're back? There's not a lot we can do, but we can try and keep up illusions if you wish, and make it not look as bad as it is. But that's all there'd be is illusions. We can't really stop the winter from coming here now. Only Yagamama could do that. Sorry, old man. Very old man. Okay.
Be as swift as we can in getting this crystal shard.
Okay, do any of you search the room, or do you just leave it intact?
I want to take loads of the potions.
Okay. Do a investigation roll. You see Aleph, while you've been talking to the fairies, Aleph basically blasted a hole in the dryad creature, and then has just been walking around the room looking at all the vials, sniffing them. He doesn't seem particularly interested in the conversation whatsoever. Okay. You find 2 potions of poison. You don't know how strong they are, but they're 2 vials with some sort of poison in them. You sniff it, and it's kind of like it smells foul. You dip your finger in it, and you recognise some elements of it, but you certainly know that they are not healthy. You also find a potion of bless. Aleph is just basically taking a few of these vials and just putting them in his bag.
Do any of them look like they could be healing-based potions?
No. 2 poison, one bless. There's also there's a bowl, and in the bowl is a load of these really juicy-looking berries.
Juicy-looking berries.
Juicy berries, yeah.
Cool.
Basically, there are 12 berries, and each one gives you 1 hit point if you eat them. Oh. But they're very delicate, so you're not sure what you're going to put them in. Any of you other looking around, you two, or are you just while you have a conversation?
I'm not going to touch a thing.
Okay, yeah, Aleph, you can't just put this in your backpack. You got to think of something to put it in. These berries, if they get crushed, they'll lose their potency.
I don't have anything on me that I can put them in.
I mean, you could take the glass vial for now, the little bowl, and just carry it back until such time as you can think of it.
Can I put them in a water skin? Actually, how would it work if I crushed them up and put them in a water skin?
You don't know unless you try.
Well, I'm going to put them in a water skin and find out. I eat 2 first, so I have 10. Someone at maximum HP.
Okay, you take 2 of them, you eat them. They taste really juicy, like a fine wild berry. And you can feel the magic just flow through you. You take the other 10 and you pop them into your water skin. You empty the water skin out and pop them in. Do you crush them or do you leave them intact?
I crush them.
Okay, you crush them and then you drink them.
No, I don't want to drink them. I'm saving them.
Alright, okay, you save it. It's crushed. Until you take it, you don't really know what you've done to it.
Find out.
Alright, so guys, you make your way back. You make your way back to the... sorry, I got tangled up in my headset then. I do apologise. You make your way back to the village, and you help Handel back to his residence, and you rest up for the rest of the day. You've only been out maybe 6-7 hours. It wasn't a particularly long journey. One thing you do notice, actually, sorry, I forgot to say, is that something seems different about the village. Something seems different about the village from when you were here last, but you can't quite work out what it is. You see Kettle. as you leave. You basically just took Handel straight home, and you didn't really see anybody on the way. And then as you're coming back out again from dropping Handel off, you see Kettle. Where have you been?
We just.
Where have you been?
Just told us to...
I thought you died.
How long have we been gone?
2 days.
Oh.
2 days you've been gone. I mean, Freya was beside herself. She thought you guys had died. She was desperately trying to go back into the woods and find you, and I said no, because if you guys have hit something that you couldn't survive, she's not going to survive it on her own. And Jarl would kill me if I got her daughter killed. His daughter killed.
Can we tell what time it is by the sun? I mean, or does it just look always?
Yeah, it's really early morning, whereas it should be late evening. So at first you didn't realise what it was. You were so after the battle, you hadn't really noticed it. But there was something different, and the difference is the sun's in completely the opposite position to where it should be. Everything's the same, but the shadows are all wrong. They're in the wrong direction, and it's early. No one's up yet. Obviously, Kettle must have some sort of bad bladder or something. He needs to get out early. But yeah, it's actually morning of 2 days past when you left. So yeah, I've only been gone. I don't understand. How can that be?
Well, we did go to a very magical place, so.
Well, how long have I been gone, Kettle? And he's like, well, 7 days now, maybe 8 days. Oh, I've only been in there a couple of days. When I was helping Yagamama. Yeah, when we were all helping Yagamama. Yeah, we the guys came and found me. We were working in the with Yagamama on helping her with some of her powers. What? You were helping Yagamama? Yes. Yeah, it was quite incredible. She came before me as an image, asked for our help to fight off this evil weather that's afflicting us all. You know, and these guys came and helped as well, and then took me back. If Kettle notices anything out of the ordinary, he doesn't say anything. Okay. Right, right, well, thank you very much. Your job is done.
Well, Yagamama told us that she needs something from the heart of the mountain, actually. So, we've got to go and get something for her.
The what? The heart of the mountain? What's that?
Nothing. It's
in the middle of the mountain.
What?
Dunno, but she said she gave me directions, because I'm very good at knowing where directions are, and I'll know where to find it, apparently.
Yeah, don't. It's fine. We'll deal with it.
So you're going to the ice mountain? Yes, they need to go to the ice mountain. It's okay. I approve the mission. It's fine. It's fine. Just make sure you get enough provisions. It's a number of days travel to the mountains, and the number of days travel back, and how long, you don't know how long. You need at least 20 days provisions, I would suggest. Make sure you've got a lot of warmth and a lot of fire with you.
Yep, I think I can manage that. In real life, I need to let my cat in. Stupid mog.
Okay. You gather your things together. You need to sleep. Even though it's the morning, you're all exhausted. So it's a bit confusing. It's like you've got jet lag. You basically just come back from a long travel. You think it's night time. The world thinks it's the morning.
Sorry.
So you've got like a bit of jet lag. Well, I was just saying, you've got a bit of jet lag going on. Your brain's saying it's night time, let's go to bed. And the sun's rising, and the people are just starting to come out of the morning. Oh, you're back. You're okay. Gaten, we were getting worried about you. Yeah, but you're like, I just need to go to bed. I'm really, really tired.
Been a long trip.
Yeah, so you all, Paige, you haven't actually got anywhere to stay, but they offer you a pallet in the Great Hall, which is just basically like a meeting place. So there's a fire there that always burns, so it's warm at least, and it's undercover. So you just take one of the pallets. That's as much as you could ever hope for, to be honest with you. You go back to your family's quarters. Aleth, you go back to your family house. And everyone's like, morning! And you're like, night! And you go and you rest up. Okay. Well,
cool.
The next morning you meet up and Freya meets up with you. And you go to one side and you explain to Freya a little bit about how it happened. And she's like, you've got to take me with you next time. Don't leave without me again. Okay, we're going to call it there.